Welcome back, Hi. This may be the end of Foreword. I don't know. Um, we don't have a ton left. So this section is done. This section is done. This hasn't got a lot left to it. This we did, this we did, this we did, this we did. Those, that. This. I mean, this has something missing. What? Ah. But it's waiting for me to solve something before it's willing to give me whatever this is. So, unless it's Cream Boardroom and it's just going to be shop again. These are all done because we figured out PSAT last time. Nye we figured out, yep. This, yep. This, yep. This. So this room is the only thing down in this direction that's left. So far, these have referred to the area where it was. Let's go back through and look at those answer words again. So it's kilo, tutu, 9, echo, free, Lima, NASA, Papa, pawn, kelp, something, maybe shop, PSAT, nigh, RBIs, rook, BAAS, keen, BYOB, king, and tray. So there is not a body part, there is not a fruit. There is not a color, and there is not something that would be fiction. And I think in a previous go of this, I just brain dumped every four-letter answer that could be these things that I could think of. And no, it didn't work. Although we have a gray wall here. And we've got purple and mint. Mint means remember, and purple means change. How many grays do we have on each wall? We've got one on either side there, and one there, and one there. So NASA, let me try something. NASA with a body part. Yeah, so it's telling me that. Remember N, remember S, change the other two. Nose? This one, king, KI, kiwi. How do I keep forgetting that as the name of a fruit? How did I miss all four of these if they're just ordinary words? This is tray. So R, is this gray with an E? Oh gosh, how did I not do this before? And then kelp is the other gray word. LP, change the first two. Pulp fiction. Right, because sometimes magenta is tell me what adjective can describe this. And I just hit the desk again. I'm sorry. So now that's what those are. What is this? Reference. So if those were four-letter words, is this like an 8-letter word and we're supposed to remember two letters, and then put them together? I mean, that would be OEWI. No, that would be NSKI. Not really. And over here, look. RYLP GEPU. And I don't get a letter to help me out. A pet. Hair. Everything is hair. Um, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I did something here. We may come back to this. So that's that arm. And then we opened this where there was a bunch of things going on. And we did some of it. I think we looked at all of it. Well, I didn't really look at this. That I should look at. This thing, what are all the C's? This was an S. Oh, God. I have an amazing talent for being as right as possible while still being wrong. Because I did the other C's last time, SEAS, and then I got stuck. Uh-huh. Okay, let's go try this now. So, handicap is help, the opposite? I'll take a letter because it's weird. E is an edge. Cool. Archmages is also edge. Aha, okay. Then these two, elsewise and curve. So here's a good question. Why are these not following the column rule if they're the same word? Is this just edge again? Elsewise. I mean, you change the 6 middle letters, you get edge. Is this all just edge? Additions, edge. Center, edge. And nothing back here. Oopsie. I mean, it is a noun, edge. Edge? Oh. Come here. Edge. I thought this was going to be a lot harder than this. And edge. Okay, I think I see what's going on. So I think I am supposed to treat this room like a 7-digit display. And these are telling me which things are lit and which things are not lit because these are the 4 colors that appear in here. So if I take a look at the red ones, then it's these two over here and that and that. So that is an F. The pink is just up the right-hand side. That is an I. Then this is across the bottom, up the left-hand side, and nowhere else. That is an L. The blacks are in the same place. That is also L. So this is fill. Waha. And still, nothing opens. Okay, those two are all done. That one is done. This one is not. Let's not do that just yet. Those two are done. And the only thing left is the meta to end all metas. So I guess we're going and we're doing that one. Okay. So the only reason I was able to get the last one was because it is giving me first letters. So let's get those back. C, M, W, and Y. What's the name of this room? Blue skies. I think the ones that have the glass blocks. The glass blocks are meant to demonstrate that there is something behind. I mean, there is something behind. There is red behind. And we don't know whether the mint behind also counts. But what this is telling me, I have not figured out how to do chains yet in the little editing side thing that I've been doing. So I can't wait to see what Editor Dart comes up with for this. But what this is telling me to do is start with the word duration. Because it is blue, I need to add something to this. Then the block behind it tells me to take things away again. And I don't know if the mint behind it is telling me, and then that gets to be the word year. Year, I think, was an answer. I think it was in here. One of them was book. CMWY. Cook, mark, worm, year. Well, now I want to go back and take a much closer look at that other blue thing. What were the clues here? Ugh. Theory, south, catch, duration. Then add the other half of these clues and then subtract. And once again, you'll end up with cook, mark, worm, year. Alrighty. Is it just book again then? Yeah, it is. Okay. Clap book? I don't know. Nope, not going to give me a letter. Okay. So now, for what I have left in this thing, there are these two. And in leftover, there are these three. So if these are not doors, I only have 5 puzzles left in the whole place. I haven't, well, maybe 6. I haven't, that's not where I'm supposed to go. Here. I haven't really had a good close look at what this is. So it was trying to get me to get these words. Here's where I get my tablet out, which is just basically a whiteboard. And I write stuff down. So fill, seize, main, neck, clap, book, and then heat iron, and that's those 8 words. Fill, seize, main, neck, clap, book, heat, iron. And actually, which 2 were on the left and which 2 were on the right, just in case it matters. So fill, seize, and clap, book are on the left. Yeah. I mean, if I take the first letter of the first, the second letter of the second, the third letter of the third, and the last letter of the last of this one, I get mean. That's not it. What would I have gotten the other way? Feek, F-E-A-K. That's not great. That's not great. That's not a word. We fill, seize, clap, book. Main, neck, heat, iron. So I'm not happy and not seeing anything. Let's go back over to this and see if I can do anything with it. This isn't rent. No. So this is the thing, is where are these coming from? Like this clearly is look at something, and then mush it together. What is the reference? Nose kiwi is beak? No. Darn, I thought it was on something. Gray pulp. Give me a letter. Give me a clue. Given that I started this with Lingo 2 and with blueprints, this is a problem that I, as a YouTube uploader, have not had before. What happens if I don't have enough to fill out a video? Because basically it's going to be me staring at this until the end. Pet. Tell me an example of a pet. Okay, well, let's go to the internet and see what it has to say. I mean, fish. I think I've done. We've done all this before. They're birds that you typically do that are 4 letters. Oh, and it's just this list that I'm looking at online is just giving me every single breed of dog as something to look at in the list, and not having things like hamster. List of domesticated animals? That might be all right. So, dog, sheep, pig, cattle, goat. I mean, I suppose. You do you. Zebu! Well, okay, Wikipedia, if you say so. Cat. Zebu above cat. You got some explaining to do, Wikipedia. Chicken, guinea pig, donkey, duck. Could totally be a pet. I saw it on Friends. Camel. Honeybee? That's not a pet. It's a domesticated animal. Oh, that's what this is. It's a list of domesticated animals, not list of pets. That explains Zebu, actually. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Llama, alpaca, ferret, dove. All right, dove. No. Koi, quail, canary, finch, mink. You don't keep a mink as a pet. Hedgehogs. Again, you can probably judge a list like this on the Hamster Factor. Did you include hamster in the list of things that are domesticated animals? If not, you don't know what you're talking about. Oryx. No hamster, but let's try oryx. Hartebeest. What in the heck is this list? Deer? I don't believe you. Mina. There's a bird. Dang, I thought it was onto something. Cockatoos. Swan? I suppose. I mean, desperate times. Sparrow. Fighting fish. Bobwhite? Get out. Cassowary. Go home, Wikipedia, you're drunk. Alligator? No, I refuse. I draw the line at alligator. Thou shalt not have an alligator as a pet. Oh, look, we got to hamsters. Golden hamster, Turkish hamster. Who knew? Actually, you know what? What I can do on this is I can just look pets, and then it appears on this page 203 times, and now I can sort of move through and look only at the lines of this idiotic table that say pets in them. Dromedary. I take that back. Horse, cattle, silk moth. Silk moth? Good grief. Reindeer. Apparently, Santa Claus helps to edit Wikipedia. Egyptian goose. That's a goose with a really high thread count. The European medicinal leech for bloodletting for surgery, therapy, research, saliva, and pets. You heard it here first. The Roman snail for its meat, eggs, shells, slime, and pets. I think if someone tried to sell me snail eggs, I would have them arrested for fraud. Mute swan, house cricket, at least that, I mean, we've heard of this. Carp, I mean, koi are pets, but I mean, we're stretching. Really, what this video is going to wind up being is 10 minutes of me making fun of the domesticated animals list article on Wikipedia. Python, I mean, I object personally. Don't come near me with that thing. But, I mean, yes, that's a thing that people do. At least I've heard of this. Poison dart frogs. Well, I mean, I suppose I would be so irritated if that was the answer. The central bearded dragon. Surprisingly, not anywhere from Asia, from Australia. A rhea is a big flightless bird similar to an ostrich. I mean, I heard this recently. I wasn't sure what kind of animal it was. A degu? Hawk? I mean, if you're into falconry, I guess. No, that's not it. Ibis? The Puna ibis from Peru. Bottom of the barrel, I scrape at thee. The mountain paca, P-A-C-A. Nope. My 30-minute timer is about to elapse, but let's be real here. I have not given you 30 minutes worth of content, so we're just going to go forward. The harlequin quail, that is too many Q's in the name of one animal. The black spot piranha of South America. Meat, teeth, research, and pets. Extent in the wild versus captivity. There's a note here. Fairly common in captivity, common in the wild. If you keep this thing in captivity, you deserve everything you get. Okay, and we end with the striped skunk. That is the last thing on the list. So, we have now gone through what is undoubtedly a stupidly exhaustive list of everything people could keep for a pet. And there is nothing that I saw that was 4 letters that was this, which means I'm doing it wrong. So let me try something else. Is it something like Pulp Fiction where I was never going to get it that way? So help me if it's a chia pet. But yeah, like I said, sometimes it is like an adjective that you put in front of a thing, the same way that Pulp Fiction. Pulp is not an example of fiction, but I guess pulp is a type of fiction, or specifically Pulp Fiction is a type of fiction. Oh, there's one thing that's not going to be on Wikipedia's list. Ah, darn. I thought I was onto something. That was a thing. It was a fad in the 70s. People, you actually purchased in a little cardboard box that had a handle, a pet rock. Everyone was high, don't ask me. What the heck else can this be? Something that describes or is an example of a pet. And it shouldn't be something like cats, dogs, because those aren't that's not pet, that's pets. I mean, just generic bird. We've already done fish in this video, but oh, I mean, I'd buy that. I mean, it's stupid, but a whip pet is an example of a pet. It doesn't work like that. A gigapet? What in the heck is a gigapet? I don't know, but it's in my extended word list. The really dodgy word list that I have from someplace. That's frustrating. One of the guiding factors that had me picking Foreword was a friend of mine put up a comment on the video where I was talking about doing the strawberry tutorial tour and saying, what should I do with this idea of doing lingo stuff? And he said, well, I got stuck on Foreword. I wouldn't mind watching you trying to solve it. Because I got stuck somewhere. I wonder whether he got stuck exactly here, before here, or after here. So here's what we've got. We've got this, which I'm betting we're supposed to use the information on this wall. It's just, if we are, I don't know how. Because using the mint letters from each side as 4 letters to try to make something makes gibberish. So does using the purple letters. And if I'm not doing those things, I don't know what I'm doing. Then this one, same thing. Although, the one thing that's coming to my attention is everywhere in the game Lingo, the name of the color is gray, Gray. That's standard because it is not merely a color, but it's the name of a mechanic. Even someone like me, who comes from a country where we would spell it Grey, no, the color is Gray. So the fact that it's like that, I don't know where Hizami, the map maker, is from. But why isn't it Gray? I mean, surely this puzzle could have been done lots of different ways. So to avoid the collision with this being an A needing to be changed into an E. So do I need this E for something? That I don't know. And then I have this. Okay, before I go, I'm going to try one more thing, because so far, a lot of these that are a thing on either side of the door, it means something. So here's what I'm going to do. This is a site that we use a fair bit. It is called COT at a site called quinnopolis.com. So what it is it's not exactly grep search, but it does a lot of things that grep search and regular expressions. Um, it does a lot of things that they don't do, but it's specific to wordplay. So I can say, for example, length of A equals 4, semicolon, A, semicolon, ARENT, and see what it gives me. So the things that it gives me are corn rent, head rent, life rent, quit rent, rack rent, and seam rent. What if none of that is, I mean, unless you have your pet corn. So yeah, I think I am stuck here. So let's go back to the center and finish where we began. Um, so if you are watching this and you have seen what is beyond this in this map, I'm opening the doors. I am now open to hints on these 5 puzzles that I just showed you. I don't normally ask for hints. I wait for me to tell you explicitly that I would like you to. But yeah, any of those 5, please give me a small hint and be mindful of the hints that other people give, because if like 20 people give me tiny hints, collectively you may give me the entire thing. Um, with that, I will say goodbye. Um, thank you for watching all the way to the end of this very weird video in which I basically dunk on Wikipedia. Um, push the buttons that help me be seen by other people if you would be so kind. Leave a comment to let me know what you're thinking, whether it's a hint or not. Um, I do appreciate you all. I'm very grateful that people are watching these videos. I am very grateful for all the comments in the intermezzo that I just put on this playlist, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.